Tonight I am going to talk to you about energy and how our energy helps us to manifest what it is we want. So energy is your superpower when it comes to manifesting. It is literally the thing that it's like this ball inside of you that becomes that magnet. So it's a massive myth around introverts and extroverts and what it actually means. Now, when I asked that, I seen all the comments and I thought, oh, there's a few people here who really don't know the difference, and I didn't for years. And it's so interesting because everybody thinks being an introvert is about being shy and retiring. And, you know, I've seen some of you say, oh, I'm an extrovert in the right company. Yeah, well, you know, you probably are. But what that means is something completely different to what you think. So being an introvert and an extrovert is not about whether you are socially out there, whether you're, you know, vocal, whether you're going to speak your mind, all of that stuff. That is not true. That is not what being an introvert versus an extrovert is about. So if you're an extroverted and you think, yeah, I'm dead out there, I'm like, talk to anyone, do all that stuff, brilliant. But it's not all about that. So I'll explain what it is, because once you know the difference, it is so powerful. Is anybody's mind like, what are you talking about? That is exactly what it is. An introvert is somebody shy and an extrovert is somebody out there who'll put themselves like out in front of people. Is that what people were thinking? Pop a comment in if it is, I'd love to know. That is what basically I thought it was for years. I really did. So if that's what you thought it was, pop a comment in and say yes, yes, yes. All right. Yeah, Christina's like, yeah, thought that's what it was. So I did see everybody saying, yeah, in the right company, I'm totally extroverted, but some ways I'm not, I'm introverted. And I got where you're coming from, I completely get it. But if you think about it, your energy is your superpower. Now, we're not told this at school. We should be taught this as our basic. Our energy is what lights us up, it's what keeps us going. It's that power inside of us, right? And that energy manifests what you want. If your energy is high vibe, it's going to manifest some good shit to you. It really is. But if it's low and depleted, you're going to be manifesting all of that stuff that is lower vibe energy coming into you. So we'll all have had that. And what you'll find is when you run down, you're really run down. And this is why you need to know whether you're introvert or whether you're extrovert. If you're introvert, it does not mean that you are not socially bold. You could be introverted and you could speak to anybody, you could get up on stage, you could do all of that stuff. That is a myth if you think you can't because you're introverted. You might just not like to do it, but you definitely can do all of that stuff. But if you're an introvert, your power, so where you recharge your power from, that energy, your energy comes from inside of you. So you are the only one who can recharge your energy. So you have to spend time alone. You have to take time out to read a book, do something on your own that is really going to help you recharge. If you go to a workshop full of people, you are going to be drained by the end of the day because you are surrounded by people. And for an introvert, that is energy draining stuff. So has anybody had that as an introvert where you go to a workshop or you go to a meeting and you walk out and you're just like, oh my God, I feel like the life's being sucked out of you? It's because it has. That energy has been sucked out of you. So you need to go and recharge on your own. So does that make sense? As an extrovert, you recharge around people. So if you go to that workshop, you might be shy, it doesn't matter, but you still get your energy from being around people. So you will walk out of that workshop feeling energized, feeling like you've got another 2 hours in you, feeling like you can just keep going because you're walking out, you've had a recharge from being around those people. So it's completely different. And if you're not getting that, so if you've been feeling isolated during lockdown and you're an extrovert and you haven't had that interaction from others, then you're going to be feeling pretty drained because you need that bounce off. So I'm extroverted, but I get my energy from you guys. Like, you guys give me so much energy. It's amazing. Otherwise, if it was just me and Mike in the house, I would be physically drained because I wouldn't get that recharge of energy. Now, for me, this was an absolute godsend to find out because as well, Mike's introverted and I'm extroverted. So it got to the point where he would need all this time on his own and I would be thinking, well, what have I done? Are you okay? You know, why do you need all this time? And now I know it's energy based. He needs to recharge. If he gets like that and he gets a bit ratty and a bit like you can tell when you need it because you start to get ratty and you start to feel like your energy's off. Go and recharge, go and do something. I'll just walk off and leave him because I know now he needs to do that to be his best self. So you think about, as soon as your energy's drained, you start to feel ratty. Everyone starts to annoy you. You start to feel them lower vibration emotions. And this is why it's so key for manifesting. When you are actually fully charged and at your peak state, you can attract in so much more. So if you're introvert and you're listening to this, you need to make your recharge a non-negotiable. You need to make sure that you are actually getting daily time on your own to recharge, guilt-free. Communicate that to whoever needs to know, but you're allowed that time because that is how you get your energy. And you are going to be better to everyone around you just by doing this. It's going to have a major change on your life. Imagine that, guilt-free, going and enjoying a bath, go and reading a book on your own, go and doing something else without thinking, I should be doing something else. No, you should be recharging. That is what your main purpose is, to get you in your optimum state. So is that like, to some people, if you're introvert, because I don't think enough people really look after this. And as well, if you're extrovert, you're allowed to go and make them social connections. You're allowed to spend time in a Facebook group because you are getting that energy, you're getting that thing off people. You're allowed to do all of that. It is not a waste of your time. It is you recharging. That is how you do it. I dated an introvert in college. Oh my God, killed me. Yeah, me and Mike are so opposite. And if I didn't know this information, I don't think we would be where we are. But now I love it. It works. But it was a game changer for me to understand that. And as well, comes down to the difference of thinking. If you're around an introvert who they are very analytical, they think everything in their head before they do it. So they'll think everything through, then act, then think again. And it's this constant thinking pattern. With an extrovert, they don't do that. They say it, then they think about it, and then they say it again. So it's very, very different styles. I don't come on here prepared with a speech because I'm extroverted. I say it, and then if it doesn't land right, I'll rephrase it, and that doesn't bother me. I'm happy to change it. An introvert, that would be their worst nightmare, thinking of coming on here unscripted, just like tweaking as you go. That would not happen. So really think about, it all comes down to these little tricks and traits that if you get to know you and how you work, you can be in your optimum state, which is that energy charged being. And imagine your magnet when you're like that. So when you're manifesting all this amazing stuff because you are vibrating at the right level. So it is so, so important. If you have never done a psychometric test to check out what you are, like Myers-Briggs or something like that, Google 16 personalities. It's a free test and it is amazing. And it gives you these basic things about yourself. And it's so, so good. And it just makes your life easier. I mean, if we were taught about energy in school, it would have been so much easier, wouldn't it? You would understand people better. You would feel better because you're recharging all the time. And don't get me wrong, extroverts need to recharge on their own sometimes as well. So we all need that bit of time out. Because if your energy's feeling low, You need a bit of time out, so take it. It's allowed. Your energy is the best thing for you. If you're not feeling it, if you are feeling drained, no one is getting any benefit around you. So all you mums and, people with busy lives, take that bit of time out, because if you don't get that, you're just not going to be your best self. And no one is getting any pleasure from that. They're really not. So I hope this helps. I'm going to come on and do little tidbits like this that'll help people. But as well, obviously we've got the rebrand coming up in May. So the group is going to be changing to be called Manifesting Straight Talk with Rachel. So obviously that's what you get from me anyway. I'm always talking about manifesting. I absolutely love it. And we are going to be relaunching the podcast as well. So the 5th of May is going to be the first one of that podcast. So all the prices and everything are staying as they are at the minute, but they will be changing from May. So if you do want to book an appointment or you want to book a coaching package, get them now before the prices change, because they are going up. And as well, the membership is still open. Obviously, the membership is all about manifesting. So if you want to learn more about it, come and join us. It is amazing. Obviously, these are tasters that you get in here. In the membership group, they get the full shebang. They get, masterclasses on this stuff. So if anybody's interested, come and join. That is always open. And go and see whether you're introvert, extrovert, and where you get your energy from. And make sure you are doing things to optimize your energy, because that is the only way to be your best self. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.